With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. He sets up the screen to Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On one, ready? 11.
Now Burrow changing the look. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here we go.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Burrow will throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On one, ready?
2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. At 1 and 2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No, we changed it.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rose. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rose. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Now, look, that wasn't wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a give, right side. Throws. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's D.J. Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here we go, here we go.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
11.
Here's Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson going to shift him around. They'll run on 1st down. It's Rose. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. It's French. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And, Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
be a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Gun. Stop. 11 MC take. 11 MC take.
Up the middle, Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there at a Bengal first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 MC take. 11 MC take. Stop.
First down. Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here we go.
2nd and 5.
11. 11. Stop.
Running right, Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adafioye showing off the pass rush skills. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Looking deep here for Chase. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They'll keep it on the ground. Rose. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Rose. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Taken from just outside the 30. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
11.
Now Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Now Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far. and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Bengals 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Rose. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Flowers going to go in motion right. They'll run on 1st down. French. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Rose, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll keep it on the ground. Rose. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. It's Rose. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
13.
In motion goes the tight end. On second down, it's Rose. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
On 3rd down, it's French. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Bengals 7.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they go play action now. Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins, 48 yards. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's across for 2 points. What a gutsy call right there, but the fake works, and they get the 2 instead of 1.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Some strong running at the 20. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lamar changing the look. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Rose. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they're long 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Rose. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Rose.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Up the middle they go. It's Rose, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Ravens, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop down to 1-3.